Okay, I should be back online. I should be back online, theoretically, I think. Can I get out of here, please? That would be nice. Oh man, that's annoying, man. I don't know why OBS crashed. It just kinda crashed. Oh, I forgot to go to Celadon City's Pokemon Center. RIP, of course. The talk of the terrible cast form crashed the stream? Yeah, it sounds about right. Deadest run to ever die? Sometimes you gotta put those zombies down, man. You can't just let them walk around Earth forever. No good. Yeah, I would like to finish the run, as bad as it is. I would like to finish it. That would be nice. I mean, I said I would, man. I said I would. Gotta follow through, man. What is a streamer if they don't follow through on their word? Solemn says Castform's gimmick is so unique that it's a crime he's not useful in battle. Yeah, it really is. I loved Castform as a kid, man. I used Castform a lot. But he is pretty useless. He's just so weak. And he doesn't have like a good enough move pool to be like, yeah, he's a niche Pokemon. Like, nah, he's just bad. He's just bad. Wait, do I go? Yeah, I go up here, right? To floor 5? I'm not used to the Blizzard route yet, but I'm pretty sure I go this way. This is 5, right? I'm sure I counted it perfectly. Oh, I did. That's nice. Time Hero says, since I don't really want you to lose time, it's detrimental that I warn you not to forget this when the time comes. It is super important. TM28 is Tombstoner. Thanks, Time Hero. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're looking out for me. Such a swell guy. Used to hate how weak Mawile was, but then he got his Mega. I don't mind Mawile. Mawile's nowhere near as strong as, like, say, Mega Kangaskhan. Mega Kangaskhan was ridiculous. Without a doubt. Alright, let's not be paralyzed. Mawile doesn't need the Mega to kick all sorts of butt. You ran with Mawile a lot next. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people were using Mawile at first. Like when X and Y came out. But yeah, Mawile fell off hard, man. All about that Kangaskhan. You know that now because of Intimidate shuffling, but when you were younger you were dumb, it's all good. Not everybody's gonna be super good at the Pokemon when they're just a kid. It's funny, it's a kid's game, but there's a lot of depth to it, man. There's a lot of things in there. Mega Kangaskhan is overpowered, that doesn't mean the lesser Megas suck? Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's just like, if someone's gonna complain about a Mega, I don't know how they don't start with Mega Kangaskhan is, the worst thing to ever happen to competitive Pokemon battling. And I'm like, yeah, no, I get you, man. I mean, I might be overblowing that a little bit, but still, I just really don't like, Mega Kangaskhan. It's all about the Mega Rayquaza, best competitive Pokemon? Yeah, you're right. Yo, what was that rule set, man? Just allowing all these legendary Pokemon? I mean, it was interesting, but it was like, this is like an actual, these are actual tournaments. Solemn says, when people only care about the power of their mons, suck the soul out of it. Even high competitive, but at least stay clever. You can win with a lot of weak ones if you know what you're doing. Oh, I agree, Solemn. Like, for instance, that's how, the most powerful Pokemon are usually figured out. Because it's it's not just pure stats. I mean, stats take you a long way, without a doubt. Some Pokemon will only just lose. But there's certain strategies you can use. Like, at one of the, nationals in Australia, I think, was it Australia? I don't know. One of the Pokemon nationals, pre-Alpha Sapphire, I think it was still during X and Y, what is it? Parachisu? Something like that. That Pokemon was used, and people were like, what? And then it became like a top tier used Pokemon, but before then it wasn't. No one was using the dumb squirrel. It was like, it's a squirrel, man. The stats aren't any good, but it had Follow Me, and people realized Follow Me is where it's all at. Like, I gotta get in on that. Alright, Cubone, enjoy a Bubble Beam. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to Bubble Beam Cubone, I'm supposed to X accuracy this fight. I forgot. I used to use Ice Beam in this fight in the old route, but now I do the Blizzard route, so I don't have Ice Beam. But that Psychic's just gonna hurt a real bunch. It's all about the level 1 Rattata stats? Or strats, yeah. Level 1 Rattata's cool, man. Monty says, I was hoping forever that Miltank would get a Mega, that was part fairy. Then Primarina came out, and your dream died. Yeah. I was hoping Miltank would get a Mega as well, but it hasn't happened yet. I was like, Omega, you know, Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, it's gotta happen. Nah, not actually, buddy. Not actually. You use Cinccino in a lot of your teams? You love it too much? Yo, that Pokemon bodies me. Because, like, I play competitive Pokemon, right? And I've played in tournaments, and I've placed, like, 50 out of 200 plus entrants. Like, I'm not bad, but I do use what would you call, like, a gimmicky team. Like, I play Mono Water. My team will always have 6 water Pokemon on it, every single time. Like, obviously, I'm at a pretty huge disadvantage, but again, 50th out of 200 plus people, like, you can get pretty far up there with gimmicky teams. I mean, not that my team was, like, super gimmicky, like, water teams are pretty good. Like, if you build around, like, Rain Dance or the Drizzle ability, you can use things like Swift Swim, Rain Dish, you're getting like Stab boosted plus Rain Dance boosted like Hydro Pumps or Surf or whatever. So like, it's pretty good, but you know, it's very gimmicky compared to everything else. Like the normal teams you see in competitive tournaments. Yo, you'd like one Mega Arcanine, please? That would be cool. Add a Mega Arcanine. I want to not. The raw power is easy on the brain. It's cleverness that catches people off guard and wins the event. For sure. The only problem is, the really clever players generally also use the best Pokemon. Like, you're not gonna find the most clever person being like, yeah, let me, you know, not use this Raichu when it's incredibly, you know, perfect for all the top tier Pokemon everyone's going to be using. And I mean, again, to be fair, oh, I'm supposed to dig out, I forgot, I'm bad. Again, to be fair, that is how it usually goes. These clever people decide what the top tier Pokemon are. Because, like, Raichu is really good, yes, but its stats aren't, like, crazy good. They're not. Raichu doesn't have the greatest stats out of all Pokemon. Is it better than, like, say, Arbok, or Weezing, or Muck? Definitely. But, its stats are low compared to, like, say, Mega Kangaskhan, Gengar, stuff like that. Why did I walk in front of him? You're supposed to talk to him from the left side and teach Earthquake before you start the fight. I'll just make all the mistakes in the world. I don't think this is possible. I don't believe this fight is possible. Well, no. No, I need those. I got nothing. I got nothing. I was supposed to teach Earthquake before I started this fight. Oh, I can one-hit him with Thrash? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe. Maybe then? Maybe? I didn't know Thrash could one-hit Drowsy. I'm sure it'll one-hit Kadabra. And then it's a 50-50 on the last guy, right? Because it's like, you can turn 4 Thrash. It's possible. Yeah, there we go. There we go. 4-turn Thrash, no problems. Banks thought he made a super critical mistake that was going to cost him, like, another, like, 2 minutes. Nah, none of that. Clearly, I was just conserving my earthquakes for later in the run. Duh, guys. Duh. Conserving my earthquakes. Oh, man. I am so glad it played out like that. That is nice. You know, Mane says, I used to use Sword Dance baton passing Decidueye in early Sun Moon to pass dances to Cinchino and Araquanid, but then unofficial Pokemon community banned baton pass, so yeah. I mean, it depends on, like, what rule set you play by. I play VGC. They don't ban moves in VGC unless it literally breaks the game. And I don't mean like, this Pokemon using this move, it's too strong. Rayquaza one-hits me every time. No, they don't ban stuff like that. Oh, I got hit by confusion. I guess I'll lose the Hypno anyways. I mean, that's how you're supposed to do the fight. You just Earthquake. He usually headbutts you. That's just, it's bad luck, man. Bad luck. Ah. You're supposed to go into this fight at low HP. Not supposed to be super high. And this Hypno is just making this fight take forever. You confusioned Nidoking, why can't you confusion Squirtle? See, there's the headbutt. Why couldn't you have done that earlier? Ah. No, Solemn saying baton pass, come to think of it. Imagine a lot of people never seen a baton before. Yeah, most people. That makes sense. Just gotta build recycled Magnemite? Yeah? Is that where it's at? I don't think anybody told me, man. I missed the memo. Yo, Paris might win this fight. This is close. Oh, nope, there it goes. There's the confusion. Gosh darn it, man. Gosh darn it. It's like, I have the, you know, I make the mistake on the other trainer. It's like, oh man, phew, thank goodness I didn't lose that fight. And then I go into the other fight, and it's like, you know, just doing everything perfectly, but oh, yep, you got hit by confusion this time, so you're dead. Man. Man. Feels bad. Pyro says, that feeling when you made a bunch of cool names in a game, don't remember which one that was, so you can't go back for reference. Yeah, rip. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was just about, like, competitive Pokemon. I mean, like, there's just gonna be strong Pokemon on top. That's how it is. It's unfortunate. But I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, if you go into a tournament and you're like, I know they're going to be using, like, say, Mega Kangaskhan. You can build a Pokemon to beat Kangaskhan. You can get that fighting-type Pokemon, or you can get, well, I don't know, just something that can one-hit defeat Kangaskhan on first turn. I mean, it's not that easy. What do I do before the fight? I don't do anything. I mean, I could have Elixired. That's a different route. I don't need to Elixir. But, what was I gonna say? But yeah, like, it's tough because, like, Kangaskhan generally runs Fake Out, and it's so strong, and, you know, Mega Kangaskhan, that Fake Out's gonna do so much damage, like, even if it's like, yeah, I can one-hit you when I get to take a turn. If you're playing, like, VGC, that's two Pokemon, so, like, Kangaskhan can Fake Out the thing that's gonna take it out, and the other Pokemon can be the Pokemon that keeps the, Kangaskhan counter in check, so it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of good play you need to do. VGC is interesting. I like doubles. Doubles Pokemon is balanced so much better than singles. I mean, Mega Kangaskhan's bad in doubles. Whew. Enjoy him in singles, man. He'll body everything. Yo, Amane says, I run a Bubble Beam, Alolan Marowak on your Rain Dance team because you can. Yo, that's fair. This guy is not self-destructing. What is he doing, man? There it is, jeez. Baton Pass? What about it? Alright, get out of here, Koga. Get out of here. But yeah, like, I mean, I play a all-water team, so it's like, you know, there's some Pokemon that, like, really bother me. Like Ferroseed? Like, Ferroseed's really hard to deal with. I can one-hit him... Wait, can I one-hit him? It might be a one-hit. Or it could be a two-hit. No, I think it's one-hit. I think it's one-hit if I Choice Specs Politoed and I use Focus Blast. I'm pretty sure I can one-hit Ferroseed. But, and then, alternative to that, Mega Blastoise can use Aura Sphere, and that can knock him out in 2 turns, I think. And he can take the hits from, like, Vine Whip or whatever the grass thing is. It's Power Whip, that's it. Wait, what? What? Please tell me I don't have the gold teeth. I should just stop playing the game, man. I should just stop playing Pokemon, man. I need to retire. Like, of course, I'd be like, yeah, no, we're gonna do a no reset run, guys, no matter how bad it gets. I'll just keep playing, man, no worries. And I would make all the mistakes that I don't make, man. Like, every single mistake in one run. In one run! Oh, jeez. Ridiculous. Didn't pick up the gold teeth. I'm the best. I'm so the best. And I told you how to pronounce Baton. You read my pronunciation? See, it's tough. I got it wrong as well. It was funny. Is what it is. I'm not the best at pronouncing things. I'm really not. And I don't have a Super Repel for this, because, like, I need to hold on to my Super Repels for, Victory Road? In the Pokemon Mansion, so I got a YOLO Grass, man. Feels really bad. Red is rest, yeah, man. This run is pretty red. And Monty says, my most hated Pokemon ever was Garchomp. Your cousin loved using it back in 4th gen, but you loved Weavile back then. You only learned of the hordes of Garchomp after you dropped Weavile. Yo, man. But, like, you got the ice, man. You should have just had your bro Weavile. He could have bodied Garchomp for you. Oh, did my stream go down again? Yo, rip. It looks like it's up for— oh no! I'm throwing a ball at Nidoran, gosh darn it! Am I up or am I not up? I'm back? I came back? Okay, the Nidoran ran away, so that's good. This run is cursed. This is the cursed run, dude. I don't know what I did. Like, if I offended, like, some sort of witch and she put a curse on me or something. I don't know what I did. But everything's going wrong. My streams dropped twice. Once from OBS, once just from Twitch. OBS was fine. It didn't actually crash this time. Wait, am I supposed to do Erica? Oh no, I have to, like, go to Pallet Town first. Yo, rip. Alright, so what do I do here? I use a Super Repel. I, teach Surf and Strength. Oh, I took the gold teeth with me. Well, I got the gold teeth and I forgot to, like, actually turn them in. I'm so good, man. And now I'm playing the Poke Flute. That's a catchy tune. Get on the bike. Get on the bike. Yo, you're heading out, TDB? Yo, later, man. Thanks for coming by, dude. It was nice having you here. Timer says, don't worry, you can still PB. All you gotta do is beat the game in less than 8 minutes. Yeah? I'll do that. But beat the game. I'll just somehow get straight to the champion right now. Don't need your bike, thanks. Just fly. Just fly. Just fly. Yo, you're catching my confusion? Yo, be careful, man. My confusion's OP, dude. I'm sure you can tell that just by looking at the run. Alright, so I used the Super Repel early, didn't I? And then HMO4, Each Strength, HMO3, Each Surf. No, Solemn says saying you can still PB, just have to find something else to do better than you've ever done it on stream. Yep. I'll beat the game better than I've ever done it before, guys. No worry. Just glitch myself to the end? Yeah. Wait, I already read that. I forgot. But yeah, no, I can't glitch the game, man. This is a glitchless playthrough. No glitches. Glitch yourself to the end and call it a trick. But like, what if the like Twitch police are watching me, man? They're gonna see that I cheated in my speedrun. I'm using the speedrunning category right now. Don't get on your bike, thanks! You don't need to get on your bike for 2 tiles, just go in the mansion. But yeah, no, if the Twitch police see that I'm like cheating in the speedrun while in the speedrunning category, they're gonna take my speedrunning license away. It's like, dude, man, I have a family to feed. I can't do that. Very important that I keep speedrunning. I can't lose it now. Alright. Hell wore off. Yeah, fancy that. Bicycle percent? Yeah, I sure do love that bicycle. Wasn't using it anyways? Nah, man. I use my speedrun license like almost every day, man. No more room for items. What am I supposed to use? Did I forget something? Oh no, I have this TM06. Get rid of that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to do these late game menus. I'm sure there's something I'm doing wrong. I just don't know what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'm used to the Ice Beam route. I'm not used to Blizzard. This is new for me. Don't have a family to feed, you said this earlier? Well, I just said I didn't have any children. Like, obviously I still have a family to feed, like... What about the, you know... Yeah. So, like, I got to. I have to take care of them. I convinced you, right? Was it good convincing? A good argument I made? The us and all that? Pretty sure. Yo, look. Just because I don't have a family to feed doesn't mean they don't need to be fed. Like, let's be fair here. Always gotta eat the foods. Wait, I already have rare candies? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, I forgot to use the rare candies. I could have walked into a Weezing that whole time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's why I couldn't pick up Blizzard. It was because I had too many rare candies. That's what it was. Ah, jeez. Video games. Now, Solemn says, I learned a new trick on my acro bike. Quadruple backflips straight to the credits. Yo, that would be good, man. I could use one of those. Like, oh yeah, did you know you could do this trick on your bike? It takes you straight to the end of the game. Oh wow. So cool. And Time Here says, what about his Piplup in the background? How is he supposed to feed it? Exactly. What about my Piplup? Doomsday, did you think about Piplup? I don't think you did. Excuse you. And now Larry says, hey Vinks, play Rise a Lyric. You owe me for all the hardship you've caused me. And also, it will be fun for us. Nope. No, I'm not playing Sonic Boom Rise a Lyric. You're crazy. You're crazy if you think I'm gonna play that. Get out of here. What on earth happened to this run, says Anura. Alright, Anura. So, there I was, right? I was just a young boy walking out of Pallet Town. You know, nothing too crazy was going on. I had an encounter with like a level 2 Pidgey, I beat him, things were looking swell. Then, the Fire Nation attacked. It was awful, dude, man. They came in on their boats, they float up from Blaine's place, And yeah, they just lit everything on fire. And so, you know, me, the Good Samaritan, you know, I decided to take the time. Me and my Squirtle, we were trying to put out the fires as best as we could. And I missed the blizzard on Tangela. Of course I did. But yeah, we put out all the fires, man. So, you know, Route 1 is fine. Like, yeah, the fires were spreading for a little bit, but it's all under control now. But yeah, it cost me some time, but you know, I'm a Good Samaritan. If I see a fire and I know I can help, I'm gonna put it out. I had the Squirtle at hand, you know, I had a jacket on, I used that to smother some of the fire. I'm just a good guy. It is what it is. You know, sometimes you're a good guy, you have to make sacrifices to help out the world, man. You gotta do those things. And I was willing to do it. No, and the stream did die twice. That was unfortunate. Like, OBS just crashed, which happens every, like, once a blue moon. It's pretty rare. But yeah, that happens. And then, the stream went down. Like, OBS was fine. OBS didn't crash. The stream just went down, so I assume that's completely on Twitch's end? I don't know. I didn't press any buttons or do anything, and my stream came back up, so that was weird. But it happens. I should play 06 and Rise of Lyric at the same time? Yeah, too late! I already played Sonic 06. I beat that game. It was a donation incentive. It was like a $50 incentive, because that's what I did. I was like, I'll set... Because like, I do that with some games. They'll be like, oh hey, you know, play this game. I'll throw $5 at you. And I'm like, I mean, okay, it's a cool game. I'll play it on stream. Why not? If you really want to see me play the game so much that you're willing to donate towards the stream, I'll do it. That's cool. But... Sonic 06, I was like, no, I don't want to play that game. I don't want to do it. And they're like, oh, we really want to see it. And I'm like, alright, if you guys really want to see Sonic 06 so bad, if we hit $50, I'll play it. And yeah, like, that started back in, like, 2017, and, like, we definitely were nowhere near the goal. We were at, like, $8 forever. And then, yeah, here in 2018, at some point in February, I think? Or was it early March? Either way, we were talking about it again, it got brought up, and then yeah, everybody started donating for it. It's like, and it was so weird, because like, no one was doing it before, but then everyone did, and we raised like $45 in one day. I was like, alright, I'll play Sonic 06. And I did, I beat Sonic's Story, and I put it down, and I'm like, never touching that again. And now Last Place Larry wants me to play Rise of Lyric. But I've learned from my mistakes. If I set a donation incentive and say I'll play the game if a certain amount is made, then I'll have to play the game. So I just won't do that. I won't set an amount. I won't do it. I don't want to play Rise of Lyric. I don't want to. The game is so bad. A great guy would be humble enough to never say they're a great guy. Vinx is a fraud. Yo, I am the most humble guy in the whole world. So, like, for you to not call me humble, I find that really offensive, honestly. Like, that really offends me. I don't know why you gotta go there, dude. Like, I'm really insecure about how humble I am. So, like, for you to go there and say I'm not humble, like, please, don't do that. And, Time Hero saying, okay, I'll remind you again, TM28 is Tombstoner. Oh, okay. Reading that one a little bit late. It's too bad. I kinda said no, I said it was Dig. Well, I made it this far, so I guess we're alright. Yo, Magic Enforcer saying you're gonna stop lurking and go to bed. Night chat and night thanks. Yo, later, Magic Enforcer. Thank you so much for all the donations, man, and just hanging out here with us in chat. It's been a lot of fun, dude. Alright, that's a split on that one. Alright, I kinda need to use an elixir. I should have used that earlier, but I forgot. Yo, I couldn't stop talking about it for 2-3 hours straight? No, that is not how it went. Pyro was painting a very false picture. Yeah, Sabrina's this way. Like, yeah, I did talk about it for a while, but it was because everyone was donating towards it. If people are donating towards it, I'm going to bring up the donations that are on stream. If someone donates to me, I'm not gonna, like, just look the other way and pretend someone didn't donate. I'll call it out. Yeah, no, it's rude, you know? If, like, someone donates to your stream, like, you kinda gotta, you know, acknowledge that. I mean, like, I get it if you're, like, a really big streamer, and like people are donating to you like every 2 seconds or something, then like yeah, like you can't acknowledge every single donation. But I'm a much smaller streamer, so like I can very easily do that. It's not a problem. I don't get donated to like half that frequently, so yeah, I'm going to thank people that do so. No, Solemn says Sonic 06 is a great party game. It's angering, it's hilarious, there's so much to talk about, and you're serious? Get some pizza and chicken and pop in Sonic 06 when your friends are around. Well, you know, there's a lot of games that are good party games, like any of the Mario Party games. Or, you know, if you just want to get really heated about a bad game, there's other bad games out there. There's Mega Man X7, there's Final Fantasy 13, there's Wizard of Oz for Super Nintendo. Man, that game's garbage. But, yeah, no. I'll play a lot of games before I'll play Sonic 06 again. Yeah, there's a lot of cool party games I would love to play with people. Like, I love Bomberman. Bomberman series is really cool. I love Heroes of Might and Magic. I wouldn't say that's like a huge party game, that's more a small party kind of thing. Not everybody can play Heroes of Might and Magic at the same time. The game will go on way too long. What else is there? Good party games. There's Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, obviously. I don't know, like any sort of like game where there's like a whole bunch of mini games is pretty cool. I didn't get 1-2 Switch. I don't know if that's any good. I assume it is. This is the last chance to cleanse the curse of this run. Yo, I'm trying. It's exactly how it went. You were there. Yo, you are a fibber or at least an exaggerator. Get out of here, Pyro. Larry says Rise of Lyric is a better party game. It is multiplayer. Ah, jeez. Get out of here. Man, everybody's just being so trolly today. I'm not saying pop in Sonic 06 because it's bad. It's like The Room. That is not enough for something to be entertaining. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I mean, I haven't seen The Room, but I heard The Room talked about quite a few times since Sonic 06 has been brought up. Apparently it's like so bad it's funny. But yeah, no, I'll do something else. I'll do something else. No thank you. Solemn says, also 13 is not bad. Everyone just has a preemptive hatred for it because there's no exploration. It's very unfair to a solid game. Well, I mean, like, that's your opinion. I'm sure there are plenty of people that do have this preemptive hatred for it, but that was not me. That is not my story. Let me tell you my story with Final Fantasy 13, right? So, like, I've played lots of Final Fantasies growing up. I didn't beat a lot of them. At the time, the only Final Fantasy I'd beaten was 10. And so I was like, I gotta beat another Final Fantasy. And then 13 was announced. I was like, wow, this game is so cool. And it's so beautiful. It looks amazing. And I really wanted it, but I didn't have a PS3. And I heard that like the loading times are really bad on 360. But then, bam, like I was younger then. But my family buy a PS3 specifically for Final Fantasy 13. I'm like, oh, this is so awesome. And so, you know, I get the game. I start playing it. And, you know, it's pretty slow, but I'm like, that's fine, you know, the game will open up. And yeah, no, man, like, my family are just, like, egging me on the whole time I'm playing it. They're like, oh, wow, this is a really cool movie you're playing, Vinx. And I'm like, no, this isn't a movie, this is a video game. They're like, but, like, you're not doing anything, are you? And I'm like, no, I am, I'm walking forward. And I'm like, well, how come you're just, like, walking through all these hallways? And I'm like, I'm not, like, yes, the levels are exceptionally linear. There isn't really anything to do. You're like, why aren't you fighting anybody? I'm like, well, you don't really get experience like that in this game. Like, it's kind of capped in certain situations, so you just kind of fight the boss. And, like, generally when I play RPGs anyways, I try to, like, not grind enemies. I prefer to be low-leveled because it makes the playthrough more interesting for me. But it actually turns out you can't really do that in 13, but I didn't know it at the time. And so, yeah, I'm just playing the game. The story's all over the place. There's a lot of terms they throw at you, like Lassie and Cocoon and Pulse or whatever. And like, it's pretty confusing. If you read the journal entries, you might be able to pick it up. Outside of that, it's going to leave you behind. And so I was confused at first, but I eventually started to understand what the game was talking about. And then, yeah, I was just waiting for the game to open up, man. It just felt like one tutorial after another tutorial. And yeah, one of my friends kept saying, they're like, yeah, no worries, because like I had two different kinds of friends, right? Like some of my friends are like, 13, you know, you're just playing a movie over here. And then my other friends are like, no, 13's really good. It opens up when you get past the tutorial. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. It's like, yes, I'm going to get past this tutorial. It's going to be great. The game's going to open up, and I'm going to be able to do all these cool things. And yeah, the tutorial ended 40 hours into the game. That's when you finally get to Grand Pulse. That's when you finally get out of the hallways. You're not in the hallway anymore. You can actually like move around. There's all these places to go. And that was the first time I had like trouble in any fights. Because normally, you know, you just hit auto battle because it's the fastest way to do whatever, man. It's like no problems. But yeah, no, when I was playing when I got to Grand Pulse, there was these King Behemoths or something, I think they were called. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was called the King Behemoth. And yeah, like, I had to actually use strategy to fight him, so that was cool. But, after that, you know, you go back to Chapter 12? Or, no, that is Chapter 12, right? I don't remember. Because, yeah, I think you go to Chapter 13 after that. And yeah, Chapter 13, you just go back to the hallways, and bam, you beat the game. And it's like, what? The game took that long to open up and now it's over? I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed, man. It wasn't... I was so unhappy. I had no opinion of the game until I started playing it. I forgot to use X speed, I'm dead. I was like, yep, I'll just use X accuracy and that'll be fine. That is not actually the case, Sphinx. This is not actually the case. Well, now I'm down to X accuracy, what do I do? I mean, I can go to Celadon and just buy another one, I guess. This run is so cursed. I was like, yep, I'll just do a no reset run, man, no problem. Neopire said, did I hear Bomberman? You might not have, but you don't recall because you're busy. Yes, I did say Bomberman. Empire says, my story with Final Fantasy, I only beat the first one, the rest of them didn't sit well with you due to the horde riding. Yeah, fair enough, the translation's pretty terrible. You know, Etro Stormborn 12 was saying that played all the Final Fantasy games and 13 is hand-downs the best in your opinion? Depends on what you play Final Fantasy games for. I play Final Fantasy for good stories and 13 trumps all the games. Fair enough, man. We're all entitled to our opinions. For me, like, I mean, I see what they were going for with the story. I felt like they did a really terrible job in portraying it. But I mean, like, there's stuff there, I guess. And there's 13.2, and there's time travel, which a lot of people don't like time travel, and they say make terrible stories. There's 13.3, where lightning's a god or something, I don't know. I haven't really been following. But, yeah, no, 13 doesn't really do it for me. But, you know, it's a subjective thing. Everybody's gonna like different things. It is what it is. No, Crisis Core was good, but you think they did a very poor job of it, if you don't know the story of 7. Yeah, that's fair. I never played Crisis Core, so I wouldn't know. Alright, guy, give me the goods. Give me the goods. Thank you. I'll be on my way now. Sorry for being bad and having to come back here. Oh, man. No, Etro Stormborn says, what? You didn't have to use strategy, but you had to on King Behemoth? Yeah, no, like, I literally auto-battled throughout almost the entire game. I was as underleveled as I could be, and the game's just so easy, so I never had to do anything. It was just way too easy. And I ended up hitting max level because of the weird way that the game works. Wait, where do I go? Yeah, to Viridian City. The game's really weird when it comes to experience. Because I skipped all sorts of encounters. I figured I was going to be really low level, but I ended up being max level at the end of the game. Which is not like I was max level, like, close to it. I didn't start gaining all the XP until I went to Grand Pulse. But I was still, like, when I got to Grand Pulse, I thought I was super underleveled. But no, when you get to Grand Pulse, you're going to be at a certain level because that's just how the game's designed. You can't be underleveled in Final Fantasy 13, it's impossible. I just didn't know it. Like, you know, it was my first time playing the game. I didn't know. Etro says, think you might have been playing it wrong, lol. King Behemoth is one of the only enemies that fits the push X to win method, but it really doesn't, though. Right? Because, like, the way the King Behemoth works is it transforms once it reaches half HP, and then it does obscenely ridiculous damage. So it's like, if you go into that fight, and you know, you're just pressing X to like hit it or whatever, it's just gonna transform and then it bodies you. Which was like the first interesting thing to happen in the entire game. That was really cool, I appreciated that. But then, but yeah, so what you would do, right? What you would do is you would wait to stagger it till it got to about half health when it was going to do the transformation, and then you would launch it into the air, and then once it was up there, like, you would use certain attacks that would slow down its descent. And so you would kill the King Behemoth as it was falling to the ground. That was so cool. Like, I really liked that. Like, that was the first interesting thing I ever saw in the game. You know, Solemn says the game starts being the full game after you beat Anima and become a Lassie. Isn't that like the beginning of the game? I don't remember when Anima is, but you all become Lassies at the beginning of the game. You know, it's 3 AM and no ads for last place Larry? Yeah, rip, man. Well, time did go forward an hour, though, so... This 3 AM is like... It was 2 AM before? Oh, gosh darn it! I forgot to use it again! I forgot to use the X-Speed a second time! But on the bright side, I had full HP, and now I'm in red bar. Backup strats. Totally on purpose. Totally on purpose. Solemn says, so it's exactly what I said. 13 has no exploration or anything to break up the fights. They're just going forward to the next fight. That's completely expected feeling and reaction to this problem, but it's still what you're describing? Yeah. So if you forgive that, 13 is great? I mean, I think it depends on your opinion, man. For me, like, I found that really lame. But, you know, everyone has their own opinions. Like, for me, you know, I prefer games for gameplay. Like, gameplay is really what I play games for. Which, I mean, I know that sounds, like, really silly, but, like, a lot of RPGs people play specifically for the story. And for me, I just did not enjoy the story of 13, and I didn't enjoy the gameplay of it. But, you know, other people are gonna feel different ways. People are like, man, I really enjoyed how, you know, there's not all these crazy NPCs to talk to, you don't have to buy all these different types of items, all these, like, armor, like, arms, like, gauntlets, shields, boots. You don't have to buy any of that, you just buy an accessory. And then, you know, I like how there isn't a bunch of stats, it's just strength, magic, strength, magic, and HP, like, that's it. That's so much better. I like how, you know, you don't have to control the other party members, they can use their own attacks. You know, people can potentially like that. People can like, what else? I don't know, there's a lot of things that the game does that I consider very simplistic. And for other people, they're really gonna enjoy that. I didn't use the Super Repel. And yeah, it'll be cool for them. But for me, I didn't like it. You know? People are cut from different cloths. Not everybody's gonna like the same thing. Just how it is. Time Here says, and both of those tying into the movie also gave you great insight into it. The amount of playing both the games you don't really get. I missed something he said. I think he's talking about Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core and maybe Advent Children. Other than 12 and 15, none of them have exploration? I mean, they start with exploration in 1. Final Fantasy 1, what do you mean? Oh, that is surf and not strength. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1 is where exploration started. No, 7 has exploration? Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 has a lot of exploration, for sure. X is technically linear, but there's so much to break up the fights, and also 7 has a lot of exploration, yeah. Yeah, X is definitely linear, for sure, but, like, they still do more to break up, because, like, that's a huge part of game design, right? Like, your game shouldn't look like literal hallways, even if it's straight paths. There should be a lot of turns that your character has to make, and, you know, certain set pieces to break up the flow of movement. Not doing that is, like, ruining the perception of it. That's what 10 does. 10, while being a very linear game, does a great job at hiding that fact. A lot of good games do so. Like, go to, like, any GDC conference, man. They will say things like that. Now, let's see. Pyro's saying, I think the premise of several Final Fantasy games were really good. Do you feel like it could have been done better basically every time? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's usually the case for almost everything. And 7 doesn't have exploration. It has an overworld map where there is nothing to do. Sure, you can go to 1 or 2 towns ahead of the story, but there's nothing to do or find out if you aren't at the relevant story point or for that town, so I would say there's no exploration. Well, that's like a very like tilted way to look at it and not completely accurate, because there are things to do, just I don't know what you're looking for. Like, are you looking for like optional boss fights? Because those exist. Are you looking for, like, items that you can pick up at certain points of the game that maybe the game expects you to get later, because you can do that too? Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for story segments? Because there are certain story segments that happen in Final Fantasy VII as well that are completely optional and you can completely skip. You have to actually explore to find the stuff? Yeah. And Estro says, yeah, King Behemoth does do that stuff, but if you have a Relentless Assault paradigm, which is a default paradigm at the stage of the game, you can stagger it before it goes onto its back legs and then juggle it in the air and it dies in 40 seconds. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you do just juggle it in the air. I'm going the wrong way. Maybe I was lower level than I thought I was. Cause yeah, nah, like, trust me, I tried to go as under-leveled as I could. I don't know what level I was when I first entered Grand Pulse, but I can tell you without a doubt, I skipped almost every single encounter. No. Excuse me. I did skip every single encounter in the game that you can skip. I skipped all of them. But you get a set amount of experience from bosses, so I don't know what level I was when I entered Grand Pulse, but I was as low level as I could be, so my experience might be different from yours if you didn't do what I did. Just use that red bar to save over 27 minutes? Yeah. Solemn says, if you don't care about the characters and story for 13, you're gonna have little patience for the game. Yeah, I didn't really care for the characters. I do like Lightning. Like, I know, like, you know, some people are gonna joke me for that, because, like, she doesn't have, like, a lot of personality, but, like, I like that. She's a stoic character, you know? Like, yeah, she doesn't do a bunch of things, but I like that character type. You know, like, I mean, Cloud definitely has a bit more personality, but even Cloud himself is pretty much a stoic guy, or at least how he's presented in, like, Advent Children, and I like that kind of character. So I like Lightning, but I don't really like any of the other characters. Yeah, Lightning's cool. I love her design. I love her design so much. I think she looks so cool. Alright, let me grab these full restores. Do I have room for them, actually? Yes, I do. Perfect. Yo, I can't read everything. Chat is just so strong. Yo, you're gonna stop lurking? You have a project to work on? Yo, see you later, Nooblet, man. Thanks for coming by, dude. Yo, thanks for the host again. And, let's see. What are we saying? An overworked map does not mean exploration? I mean, that's like your opinion. Like, you know, for some people, man, like the base, like basically to be able to have exploration in a game is just being able to go off the beaten path. Like, cause different games handle it differently, right? Like you have like Breath of the Wild that gives you all these things to do. But then you have much smaller games, right? Where like literally it's like, yeah, I can just go from, like, say, what's it called? Super Mario Sunshine, right? Like, this is, like, a complete far side, like, the very first level, right? Or not even a level, just when you land on the airport. What you're supposed to do is just go grab Flood, and then go spray the boss, and you grab the Shine Sprite, and that's it. But there is, like, a building to the right, there is, like, the rest of the strip, there are people to talk to, you can go, like, underneath, you can swim around. Most people would consider that exploration. There isn't technically anything to do, there's no items to obtain, there's no, like, secret boss or anything like that, but the fact that you can go where you want to, the places that you see, some people would consider that exploration. And again, you know, that's completely different from Final Fantasy VII, as it does have a lot of things that you can do. Sunshine, that very first level, does it? Wait, I don't think so. There isn't a hidden shine in that area, is there? I don't think there is. You got a lot of insight into Cloud's character in Crisis Core? Yo, that'd be cool, man. I gotta play Crisis Core. I've yet to play it. One day, man. One day. Ooh, Slam, that's not gonna crit me, is it? Of course it is! Of course it is, man! Oh my goodness, dude. Ah, how many X accuracies do I have? I have 3. I need 1 for Lorelei, 1 for Agatha, or not Agatha, 1 for Bruno. I don't need 1 for Agatha. I don't need 1 for Lance. That's fine. That'll work. Gosh darn, video game. Like, cause you're not supposed to heal on Lance. You're not supposed to heal. Gosh darn it. You know, Solemn says Cloud, Aerith, Barrett, and the others all had way more personality in the original game. Then they flanderized them to be too serious in Advent Children, Kingdom Hearts, and other stuff. They were all talky and humorous in the original. Yeah. Like, I was a kid when I played 7, so I honestly don't remember them very well, but people keep reminding me. Yeah, Time here saying, well, if you consider what they went through in Final Fantasy VII, then you can sort of understand the more serious tone of Advent Children. Gotcha. Automod's being a jerk? Yeah, Automod's super sensitive. Yeah, basically, if you say anything that has, like, a swear word in it, it's not gonna pass. You gotta use not a swear word, and you can't censor it either. You can't use asterisks. It has to just be a different word. You have to find something that's more, you know, just friendly. Something with the same intent, if you can. Alright, Dugong, get out of here. General's saying, also Cloud lost a lot of who he was when he falls into the pure Mako during the last disc of the game. I'm sure he comes back to fight in the end, but he's not the same dude. Yeah, man, like, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII in so long, so, like, I don't remember. Like, I know these events happened, but, like, how they were trying to portray Cloud, like, what his character is, I honestly don't know. I just remember Advent Children and, like, Kingdom Hearts, which, yeah, everybody in chat's already said is, like, completely different. Nestor says, if you consider walking backwards in the sewers to find the W item material exploration, then 13 has that. It's turning back in a hallway to get an item, but in the overworld map there is nothing to find. So, but there is! There is! What do you mean there's nothing? That's not true. That's just not true. In Solemn saying, meanwhile, Lightning is like, oh, wait. No, I have an ether, it's fine. Woo! I almost went into full panic. But it is fine. I have the ether, I had the backup. Wait, do I have? Yeah, no, it's fine. Everything's fine, Vanks, everything's fine. You got everything you need. Solemn says, meanwhile, Lightning is a character who is basically committing suicide to apologize for being bad to her sister at the beginning of the game, and has to learn to have sympathy for weaker people, and take the time to help them. Like Hope? You find Lightning rich? Yo, fair enough, man. Like, seeing what you're saying there, like, it seems a lot stronger to me when I played the game. It didn't really hit me like that. I mean, yeah, I see that's what they're going for, but for me, you know, she was just, like, really grouchy for no reason. And then when she, like, opens up, she doesn't really feel like she's opened up all that much. But, I mean, obviously, stories are going to hit people in different ways. Yeah, Etro doesn't like Lightning. You love 13, but you hate her. You know, fair enough. I mean, I'm the opposite. I don't like 13, but I do like Lightning. I do. I don't think her character's, like, super complicated or anything. But I think Lightning's a really, well, I don't know, I just like her. I just like her. It is what it is. You know, Time here says, man, nobody has any love for stoic characters. I do, I like Lightning. I don't think she's the best character in the world, but I do like her. Yo, where's my full restores? There they are. Oh, I'm already at max HP, I knew that. Etros says, okay, rather than saying there is, tell me what there is to find in the open world, dude. Alright, so it's like, I mean, there's like everything, right? You got chocobos, you got like, there's materia all over the world, there's Yuffie, who's completely optional. Like, I don't know how you could be more open world with exploration than that game is. I really don't know. Like, if Final Fantasy VII isn't an open game with a lot of exploration, like, what is? I don't know, you're blowing my mind here, man. I don't know how to reply to that, because, like, there's just all these things. Get out of here, Golbat. I'm here says, I like and relate to Stoic characters because you're one yourself. Yeah, fair, man. And Etro saying, Final Fantasy 13 is a funny one for the characters. At the start, you hated them. You hated them all, as some are whiny and others are just cold to relate to, but at the end of the game, they have experiences that change them, and you love that development. Yo, that's completely fair, man. Yo, if you like the development, like... I mean, because that's what I want to see in, like, stories and video games, right? I love to see character arcs. I don't want a character that starts off and they're like, yes, I'm completely, you know, nice to everyone, and I understand the right way to handle every situation. It's like, no, you want a character with flaws that evolves over time. So I get you, man, that makes sense. Solemn says, I have love for cynics or people who are too serious. Hope, Lightning, and Sag all fall into that in different, really true-to-life ways. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I didn't like Hope too much. I did like Sag. I don't know, man. Not a fan. Alright, what am I doing? Oh, I need to make sure I have... Yeah, use this elixir. And then I also need to heal up. We need to be at full HP. You know, two whinies, which you hear a lot, but you don't really get that because he goes through so much. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, Hope goes through a lot, man. He sees some pretty terrible things. But I don't know. I guess it just didn't feel very realistic, which, I mean, yes, I know it's Final Fantasy, you know, there's dragons, and they're in a futuristic world, these two planets that live next to each other, they're being chosen by gods, but it's like, what's the word? There's a word for that in, like, movies, right? Where it's like, something is unrealistic, but still, you know, there's like a... What's the word? There's like a certain amount of unrealistic that the viewer can accept. Like, there's certain things that are like, okay, this is how this world works. But then they see other things and it's like, no, this isn't right. There's a word for that, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. You know, Hero's saying, well, if Final Fantasy VII doesn't have exploration, then as far as games go, I think we can all agree XC2 does have exploration. I mean, I'd hope so. But I think they both do, so, like, I don't get it. I really don't. Mr. Khan says, like the lowly Nidoran, incredibly flawed, but he evolves. As the story goes on, eventually becoming the perfect king. Yeah? Yo, he is the Nido King. Did I use my last X speed? Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm still good. That was my X accuracy that I was looking at, that was one. Etro says, chocobos are part of the story, well, but there's different colored chocobos. Like, the gold chocobo is not part of the story. And then, let's see, materia is not found on the map. It is found in very small linear towns. Well, no, it's found in, like, caves and towns in the, like, the overworld. Do you mean there's no exploration in the overworld itself? Is that what you're saying? Because, like, I mean, I get what you're saying there, I guess. You don't literally pick up items on the overworld itself. When I say exploration in the overworld, I mean you're going from, like, Midgar to somewhere else. And in that place you are. And I mean, again, yeah, there is, because you gotta go to Yuffie's place, right? Oh wait, but you were saying, which you enter through the world map, but you don't find materia on the map, and you will concede Yuffie is a great hidden quest. So yeah, no, I get what you're saying. On the map itself, you don't actually pick up materia. This is true. I'm looking for a willing suspicion of disbelief. Yeah, that's it. A thing that somehow some people argue is not a thing? Yo, people are weird, man. It is what it is. Yeah, Etro says, my point is the overworld has nothing on it. It leads to towns and cities that once you're in them are small, box and linear maps. Within those maps are materia and things to find, but the area is so small, they're easy to find for the most part, and very much like 10, 13. I mean, like, You're right that you don't pick up material on the map, man. Like, you got me there. Are the towns small? Yes. Final Fantasy VII is like the first 3D Final Fantasy. But is everything like super easy to find? I don't think so. A lot of things are invisible. Like, you just kind of have to interact with things to like find it. Like, just getting the first all materia in Final Fantasy VII is a thing a lot of people miss. Versus in like, you know, in Final Fantasy 13, like, I don't know. Maybe there is stuff going around. I don't remember. I just remember walking down straight hallways. And yeah, you're right. The towns are small. They are small. You're not wrong. But, like, just the fact that I can go left, right, up, or down and go to, like, different rooms and different floors of rooms makes it so much more interesting to me than a hallway. Solemn says, a work of fiction builds its own rules, often unspoken, and it has to live within that construct it made. Yes, exactly. And, let's see, General was saying, there is exploration on the overworld map, though. You ride in your airship, drive your car, drive your plane in the water, and use your submarine, and you earn those and find them, utilize them. And yeah, you can, like, there are places you can get to on, well, that's hard to say, because it's like, you can find things through the overworld map. So it's like, I think that in and of itself, if it's like there's a town that you can only find by, you know, really looking around, it's not like someone's like, yeah, go south. Instead, you go north. And then you, like, find something. That's exploration. Oh, whoops. I wasn't hitting any of my splits. I'll hit the end split, though. I've been so, like, stuck in this Final Fantasy conversation. And the gold chocobo is only accessible at the end of the game, much like the open sections at the end of 10 and 13. Oh, is it? I thought you could get the gold chocobo whenever. Shows what I know. You also fight bosses on the overworld, starting right from the start of the Midgar. Zolom? Oh yeah? I mean, I haven't played 7 in a long time. Etcher says, yes, but using the buggy and the tiny Bronco only allows you to go to listed areas that involve story. Once you get the airship, you have visited everywhere except hidden game places. You don't get the airship till the end of the game. Well, it's not the end of the game, it's right before the end of the game. It's close. It's like with 13, you have to literally beat the game to unlock everything, right? Like, it's not like you go to Grand Pulse and you unlock all the missions. I don't know. I see what you're saying. I don't agree with everything you're saying, but I see where you're coming from. But yo, either way, guys, that is 3:26 a.m. I beat the game. I finished the super bad run. I promised that I would finish the Pokemon Red run, and we did it. We beat the run. 37 minutes and 41 seconds behind. I'm not the best at, like, multitasking, and yeah, no, it didn't work out this well. Usually I can talk to chat, and my runs don't go this bad. I definitely just made some mistakes myself, like just pure mistakes regardless of chat, but there were also a lot of mistakes I made, because I just wasn't thinking about what I needed to do next, because I was thinking about, what do I say in response to this Final Fantasy VII thing? So I made a lot of mistakes. I promise you my runs are normally a lot better. I mean, for me to be 37 minutes behind means I've been 37 minutes faster before, right? So it's like, it adds up. Yo, GG on the run. Yo, thanks, man. Yo, gonna follow me, yo. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, I love talking about games. I love talking about RPGs, everything, especially design. I don't pretend to know everything. I definitely do not. I just have my own experiences and how I feel about certain things. But I love to hear other people's perspective. I'm always open to that. Yo, Solemn saying congrats, yo. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, unfortunately, I cannot talk about Final Fantasy VII any longer. I need to go to bed. It is 3:28 a.m. But yo, I will be streaming more tomorrow. I'll actually be playing an RPG game, but it's not Final Fantasy. I'll be playing Fire Emblem 9 tomorrow. It's not going to be like a speed run, it's a casual playthrough that like a bunch of my viewers have been wanting me to play for a while. So yeah, I'll be doing Fire Emblem 9. If y'all want to come by, you know, feel free to do that. As far as speedruns go, I'll probably do another speedrun on Saturday. So yeah, either way, man, yo, hit me up. Oh, also, if you like talking about video games and stuff, I do that on my Discord. So feel free to come on by. We're not like literally talking about games all the time, but we have done huge discussions. We have done Metapod versus Kakuna, which we have talked to death. You think that wouldn't be that big of a debate? It was huge. We got into DVs, we got into what level you can catch Pokemon in certain areas. how the struggle mechanic works between Generation 1 through Generation 7. Like, we get in there sometimes, man. So yeah, if you like talking about video games, man, yo, join my Discord. But either way, I gotta get that sleep. Peace, everyone. It was a lot of fun.